Hello, how's it going, everybody on Facebook and now also on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/HarrisonGreenbaum. I have a lot of stand-up content there. I also have links to my USTOA travel series. Yeah, we're dual streaming today. And one of the fun things that we're going to try to do, like we did yesterday, is bring people in. We've been surprising people with interview requests and bringing them into the stream. We already have 4 people watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's much easier for me to see that you're here if you comment. So if you comment, I will definitely give you a shout out because that will show up in my little panel that's on this side. Here we go. Yeah, you're currently in my apartment. There's an escape room that I might do later because they sell those home escape rooms. Although isn't this quarantine just one giant escape room? I'm also wearing my NASA shirt because I'm a proud space camp graduate. I don't know if anybody knows that I went to space camp, but I did when I was like 13 or 14 years old. Sasha saying hello. How you doing, Sasha? Thank you so much for commenting. See, I can actually put those into the windows. Hi, Sasha. You're over here. Oh, there you are, Sasha. Thank you for commenting and saying hi. JT, how you doing? Jerry Templeton, how's it going? Also, when you comment, you can say where you are so I can give you a shout out to wherever you are holed up, quarantining. Nancy, how you doing? See, I click over here. Boom, you're in. This is very funny, fun. So yeah, please follow me on all the social media at Harrison Comedy on Twitter and on Instagram. Also, I'm so excited because tomorrow I am launching a show called Who Books That? It's at 7 p.m. It is sponsored right over here. It is presented by the IBM, the International Brotherhood of Magicians. And it will also be a podcast as well afterwards. So you will be able to listen to the audio. But if you tune in live as it's happening, you can actually ask us questions in real time, the way you guys are able to comment over here. You can also comment, ask Mac, who's one of the most legendary comedy magicians in the world, one of my favorite performers. I am so excited to be talking to him tomorrow live at 7 p.m. And then on Monday at 7 p.m., this says Wednesday, but also on Monday, I'll be chatting with Kaylin and Ginger, Mark Kaylin and Ginger Lee. They are 2 of my favorite people. They are a husband and wife duo. They are 2 of the best illusionists in the world. We went to Kazakhstan together, and they're just 2 of my favorite people who I love to death. And we have a lot of fun stories to share. And then next Wednesday, an unbelievable special guest that I have not even announced yet, and I won't yet. You got to tune in on this Wednesday to find out who's going to be there next Wednesday. So this Wednesday, Matt King, and then Thursday, over here, Scam Online. I'll be doing a magic show, live streaming, 8 p.m. We did our last one last week. We'll be shifting to this technology, which is pretty exciting because there'll be a lot more technologically advanced. There'll be graphics and such. We have somebody remote producing the show. Shout out to Nikki and Steven in Las Vegas. So it will be really, really, really fun and definitely worth tuning in. And I will tell you, and I know this is going to sound weird, but we want you to wear cloaks. If you have a hoodie that you can pull up, that'll do. But make sure you pull on your hood. Make sure, but what? Not white. That is the rule of God. Not white. But any other hoodie, you pull it up. That is how you participate in Scam, because Scam is the secret society that you should not have heard about and I should not have even mentioned. So I will get that right off. Let's go back to the live banner. There we go. See, look at this. I am directing the show while I broadcast. Thank you guys so much for sending the comments. Jerry Templeton is in Columbus, Ohio. He saw me at Magi Fest. Thank you so much for your support. I've done that twice now, and only got in complaints 1 time. So look at me. I'm ahead of the curve. John Myers. I almost said John Mayer. I love John Mayer. I really did when I was in college. But that's another whole thing. John Myers is saying, hi, Harrison Greenbaum. Magic Guy Dean. President Trump announced, here, let's put that on the thing. President Trump announced that more people died from the rubber band on a Halloween mask than coronavirus. The sad thing is, could be true. I have no idea. Sasha is enjoying the space camp. Yeah, I really did it. Good visiting Massachusetts. Oh, that's fantastic. I lived in Massachusetts for 4 years. I love it there. Actually, it just turned out today, the president and his wife of Harvard has coronavirus. I think he'll get very good medical care because he's at Harvard right now. But So yeah, he just announced that today. I had a couple of jokes. At my last live show, I think I made a couple of jokes about Harvard and the Corona because they had canceled. They were one of the first schools to just cancel all the classes, which almost every school has done except for Liberty University because Jesus will protect them. I prefer science, but anyway, you float your boat. I'm getting political now. Yeah. Anyway, so we had Oscar coming in from Texas. Lois, how you doing, Lois? She was actually part of our magic stream on Thursday, and she was at my live show very recently. My last time doing my full magic show was in Brooklyn at the Sultan Room. It was very fun, and then I had very good doner kebab right afterwards because you get if you perform there, they give you free food. So, that's a pretty exciting thing as a Jew. Taylor Hughes is saying, your live stream looks fantastic. Oh, well, thank you very much. No, and I'm reading my private messages. I have like multiple monitors going on, and I'm doing this like the Matrix. We have somebody from Australia. That's pretty exciting. I got to put that up there. There we go. Oh, Andrew Gill. Hello from Perth, Australia. Well, thank you for tuning in. Perth, let me tell you about Perth. Let's see if I can even pull up some photos of it. But Perth is home to the quokkas. Yes, quokkas. And if you've never seen a quokka, I will show you what a quokka looks like because that is too important not for you to see. So here we go. We'll do a share screen so you can see a quokka. This is pretty exciting. Let's share this screen. We'll bring it in. There we go. This is a quokka. They are 10,000 of them approximately live in there. Look how cute that is. Look at this thing over here. Look at this guy. I actually took a selfie with a quokka, and it's so fun. That's a quokka. They actually look like they're smiling. And they live in Perth on Rottnest Island. So it's an island that you take a ferry over from Fremantle. Then there's no cars on the island. You can just get around by bike or by walking. You have to avoid the poisonous snakes. And you get to meet these little guys. And I met not only a bunch of these quokkas, and they'll take selfies because they always look like they're smiling. And basically every time they interact with humans, it's because humans are there to see how adorable and awesome they are. So they really like and trust humans, which is delightful. Look at these. I mean, come on. This is literally the greatest animal. They're like little teddy bears. I actually have my own little quokka, not a real one. Oh God. But that's how coronavirus started actually, not bats. I brought a quokka to New York. I got a doll. I got a stuffed, very not ever alive quokka. Because I do love it very much. Oscar said I did a tour there in Perth. Really? I hope so. Perth is beautiful. I would go there in a second. Let's see. Corey says, any chance you are settling down? Is there a special girl? Corey, you're like you're my favorite. I love you. There is a girlfriend in that room, but she can't leave because of the corona. So that's definitely settling down for sure, right? She's also watching this, so that'll be fun. She's going to turn this into a proposal. Okay. We got Magnus. That reminds me, I need to text my mom because she likes to watch this. So let me make sure that she gets that text. But we have somebody watching right now from StreamYard. Somebody is sharing my screen. Well, that's not good. If we're sharing, we're not actively sharing. Okay, that's good. I was nervous that you were seeing all of my text messages. I actually made a folder on my desktop that just says secret in all caps and then porn, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. So that if I do a screen share, it is something that you can actually see. Stream. Okay. I just wrote streaming you because I'm trying. This has been an incredible exercise in multitasking because I have YouTube and Facebook going at the same time, and I'm trying to text my mom because I promised her that I would tell her I was streaming. So let it go. There you go. It's a family affair. Oh, and she says she's watching already. This was all a waste of time. Thanks, Mom. No, I love you. Wow. And David Smith is asking. This is pretty good. All right. This is a magic question, but let's do it. Are you a card to wallet fan? And could you say which one you use? Well, that's a very magic question. Yeah, here's the deal with card to wallet. It's a magic trick if you're a comedian watching. There's a trick where a card disappears, reappears in your wallet. This is my actual wallet. There's nothing magic about it. That's my Metro card. Remember when you could take the subway? That feels like forever ago. This is, I say if you're gonna get a card to wallet, just make sure it looks the most like a wallet that you have. So the wallet that I have, the card wallet that I have, I won't say the exact brand name because this is for muggles too. But get any card to wallet that looks like your wallet. unless the joke is that it doesn't look like a real life wallet. Like there is Steve Gridolfer has some really funny jokes about how not like a wallet his wallet looks, and so then it's worth it. But in general, make your prop look like a thing that people encounter. So there are a bunch of these guys that are available that look like real wallets. So that's the main thing. Buy a bunch, try them all out. It's like buying clothes, or I guess if you're a guitar player, not a guitar player, but I imagine you want to buy a couple, try them out. That's the way to do it. King says, I love your act and I'm still crying on the inside. Crying on the inside from the corona, or because you're laughing so much. I'm going to hope it's the laughing from that. Learn to do monkey things with your feet. I am not wearing pants, so I don't know. Can I show you my feet? Yeah. There's definitely some fetish person out there that I just made their goddamn day. Dare I say goddamn week. We have Oscar says, you live in New York and you still have a wallet. You know what? I'm going to say this, and this is going to be a total jinx, but I have not been mugged yet. Once in a while, I've been afraid, but never. So knock on wood. Watch the second I walk out. It's just Mad Max out there, or the Warriors if you're older. Hello to Kev Pix, New York. He's a fantastic photographer from Birdland. He said, hello from down the street, all the way from Astoria. So close, and yet so far. We also have the rodents. They are not cute. Yeah, New York does have rodents as well, although quokkas are marsupials, actually. They're like a kangaroo and a teddy bear had a very adorable baby. Although I just found out, has anybody been watching Tiger King? Because you should definitely comment if you've been watching Tiger King, because Emily and I literally binged the entire thing in essentially a night, because it's so good. Tiger King is literally insane. And they were, I just found out today that they make ligers. They make lions and tigers combined, and it's probably not nice to the lions or the tigers. And if it produced a bear, would that be funnier? Probably. Corey says, Corilla is back. Hi, player. Yes. It's so funny. My grandmother, the Jewier grandmother, who actually passed away like last year, 2 years ago. Man, time flies. She was 100 years old. She was an incredible woman, Holocaust survivor, just the best. But she would do the Allahs at the end, which is, if you don't know, the Yiddish for sort of like little one. So my sister was always Dean Allah, which sounds beautiful. And I was Harrison Allah, which never really made sense. I have too many syllables in my name. Linda Harrison says, thank you from the other side of the world. John LeChant says, every story to a ring watch wallet. Yes. Yes, that is a Tommy Wonder trick. And I don't have a real story for that. And that's probably why I don't do it. Neil saying, you're still one of the best comics I had the honor to perform with back at stand-up. And I think you mean back at stand-up New York. Oh, yeah, I didn't read the rest of the line. But it's funny for me to think back when stand-up was a thing, because it is currently not a thing. But we're trying. This is the best. I'm pausing for laughter, assuming it comes, acting like every comic I used to hate in the clubs. Who we call it. There's a thing in comedy called laugh ears, where comedians hear laughter that doesn't exist, and that's why they don't get funnier, because the audience will tell you if a joke is funny. If you do a joke and it is a good one, they laugh every time, or they laugh loudly, and there's data points where you know this is a funny thing that I am saying. And sometimes you see a comedian who is bombing, and they walk off stage like, I killed it, and we call that laugh ears, because they're hearing laughs that aren't there. So we'd always make fun of these comedians, because they're never going to get better, because they're not admitting to themselves that the audience doesn't like the jokes that they are currently working with. But in this case, in a live stream, I just have to have my own laugh ears, or I will go crazy. So let's assume all the jokes are killing. Yes, that's a healthy attitude. Let's see if we can get somebody to come into this chat with me. That would be pretty fun. Let's see if Corey's around. So this is the special guest stream. Maybe we'll call it that. I don't know. Right now I have a sign, though. I'm going to show you the sign. It's Coronacast episode 7. So let's see who we can get into this chat. The fun thing about this, or maybe not. Oh, yes, very good. I can do it, I think. We're going to find. I left the stream for a second, and somebody just said, just started watching Tiger King. What a crazy show. I am good. Oh, there we go. I have my invite thing. There you go. I'm being silly. I know how to invite people to this chat. Sorry about that. There was a little technical difficulties, but this is what happens when you're both directing and producing and trying to stay entertaining the entire time. Corey, I'm going to just send you the link, and all you got to do is visit that link, and I'll be able to chat you in. So that'll be fun. And maybe we'll get Oscar in too eventually, and try to get as many people as we can. Tom says some performers focus on that one guy that laughs. Good Yes, that was something I said in my lecture. Are we quoting my lecture, or am I just lecturing the things that everybody knows? But yeah, I think the big difference between a good comedian and a bad comedian, in my experience, is the bad comedian will bomb, but one person's like laughing and clapping and like, I did it, I'm a good comedian. And the good comedian will be killing, and all they can talk about is that one guy who did it. Applaud. There's definitely been shows where I've walked out and people are like, wow, that was a great show. I'm like, that one person though. And it's weird when it's an audience of 1,000, but that, I think it's that mindset that makes you work harder. And I'm obsessed with tinkering with everything until it gets a big laugh every single time. So, oh, there, Tom said, that's where I got it from. All right. That lecture is called You Are All Terrible. I will actually be doing that lecture. It's going to be called You Are All Terrible, Even If You Have Corona. That's the working title. And that's going to be April 5th through Vanishing Ink. They're doing a free, like, worldwide, essentially, magic convention online. Am I supposed to say I'm on it? I'm a special guest. Ooh. Oh, wait, it's okay. Ken hijacked the event. That's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Thank you for watching, though. I appreciate it very, very much. Corey Gahaney, if you need a laugh, Google Corey Gahaney, pull up any of her videos. She's one of the funniest comedians that I've ever had the pleasure of working with, and somebody that I'm honored to be able to call a friend. She is one of my favorites. So we got Rockabootser saying, yeah. We have Oscar. Let's try to get Oscar in here. He says, you live in New York, you still have a wallet. We remember that. Okay, what a fun time. We're already reviewing the old comments. Bear with me as I invite people. Let's see if we can there we go. Oscar, I'm sending you a link so you can be the special guest. So if you do get a Facebook message from me, you can actually come in. You are all terrible if you are asymptomatic. That is pretty great as well. Phil Hoffman saying, glad you're doing a live stream. Enjoyed your performance at MagiFest. There we go. Look at all these MagiFest people. I appreciate that very much. I've done that convention twice. It's in Columbus, Ohio, which is the third best city in Ohio, which, is that a title? Sure. Columbus, Ohio, you made a mistake in coming here, but now you're stuck. Is that their slogan? I think so. I don't know. I feel like every city has a slogan. Some of them are weirder than others. New York City is the Big Apple, which I Googled once to try to figure out why we're called the Big Apple. And there are no good explanations. People just accept that we're the Big Apple, and it makes no sense. We're big, not really the source of most apples. Kazakhstan, by the way, their capital city in Kazakh basically means place of apples, something like that. They literally think that they invented the apple. And it was not for me to break it to them that apples are probably not a Kazakhstani invention. I don't know where their proof is, but it's not for me to question that. If they want to be the apple. So we're from the Big Apple, and Kazakhstan is just from the apple. So we got Danny Braff saying, what is the 13th best city in Ohio? Good question. I guess I would say Hebron, Kentucky. Yeah, because I will be honest, I'm very bad at geography, and I literally had no freaking clue that Ohio and Kentucky shared a border. I had no idea. So we have Chris, you son of a bitch. How do you still afford beer dye? You know what? I will tell you this. No beer dye. I have like one gray. There's like one lone gray that is has snuck in, and even if I trim it, reappears. But yeah, this is no beard dye. I think it just looks darker than it normally is because this is the longest it's ever been. I have never, I have not shaved it since the beginning of quarantine, and I do not plan on it. So there you go. I'm not necessarily embracing religion in the time of Corona, but I am embracing the rabbinical beard. I also think there's going to be a lot of magicians who are slowly turning into actual wizards. So look for that. That's pretty exciting. Let's invite Chris Corn in. He's out in California, I think. But I just sent you the link. So if you want to click on it, you can be in the virtual green room, and then we'll shoot you right in. That's how this technology works. And if you're just tuning in, my name is Harrison Greenbaum. This is my first time dual streaming on both Facebook and on YouTube, so that's pretty exciting. I feel like I'm doing a Twitch without playing a video game. That's exciting. My Twitter is and Instagram is at Harrison Comedy. And on Wednesday, I'm doing Who Books That with Harrison Greenbaum. That is an interview show in which I interview my favorite magicians and favorite performers. But right now we got Matt King, episode 1. That's insane. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. You can ask Matt King whatever you want if you tune into the live stream. One of the best comedy magicians of all time. And he's going to be the first episode. That's insane. And then episode 2 on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's also tuning right here on YouTube. Mark Kalin and Ginger Lee. Kalin and Ginger. I grew up watching them. I got to tour with them in Kazakhstan, funny enough. And they are just two of the nicest, best people. I was at Abbott's Magic Get-Together in Michigan, and we shared a house, and it really felt like a weird magic family in which Kalin and Ginger were mom and dad, and I felt like the weird adopted son who keeps getting in trouble. So they're going to be on Monday and Thursday. Only 2 days from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Scam Online. I'm co-hosting with Patrick Davis, who is currently in Kentucky. So we're going to be doing a cross-country co-hosting with magicians from all across the country and world. One of our magicians this week is coming to you all the way from Canada. So here you go, 2 countries. It's we're basically booking the dream lineups we've always wanted and couldn't do because now they have to come to New York to do the show. We don't have the budget to fly people yet, but now we are doing our dream lineups because everybody can do it from their home. And it looks like Corey's in the room. Let's see if we can add Corey to the stream. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I feel like I should be able to now work for Google, given that I managed to figure that out.
That was amazing. I'm teaching myself how to be a. It's been insane.
People, you need to tell people that I text you whenever I hit a roadblock with anything iPhone, iPad related, and you you always send me the instructions of how to navigate.
This is amazing, though. We're doing live streaming, and you're doing great.
I'm amazed. I'm so fascinated. What's going on? You're so cute. You look so good. What do you have, like a special backlighting so your face looks nice?
I do. Here, I'll turn it off. I'll turn it to a monster as soon as it goes away.
No. Oh, there we go. Oh.
I managed to order a ring light before Amazon stopped shipping non-essentials.
Hey, listen, I have a proposition. I want to make myself available for the person who decides who should get the ventilator. I think
you want to be that person?
No, I have the strong resolve that I can make the decision of like who gets a ventilator and who doesn't.
What is the rubric? Is political party part of it?
No. What I do is I will show them a photograph of Sidney Poitier and Denzel Washington, and if they think it's the same person, they don't get the ventilator.
That's fantastic. I would go through their text messages, and if at any point they wrote Y-O-U-R but meant Y-O-U''RE, no ventilator.
Oh, that takes care of a lot of people.
We have to.
Yeah.
There's 26,000 people who don't get it.
It's just the criteria has to be sharpened, and you need somebody with really strong resolve, and I think I have it.
I would totally get behind that. I love that.
I mean, at a certain point, it's like you have to make the decision.
Yeah, if you watch CBS more than any other network, no ventilator.
If you watch what?
CBS.
Oh, right.
We're living in a world, the golden age of television. If you're still watching CBS, I can't help you.
All right. Well, see, I would depend on what show on CBS. Because if you're watching Madam Secretary, I might give you a pass.
Okay, that's fair. You are the best person. I like the exceptions to these rules.
Oh my God! Listen, you have to take so many things into consideration. Like seriously, if they haven't talked to another human being in 83 hours or something, I mean, they're not going to miss it.
Yeah, if they haven't FaceTimed their mom or dad, no ventilator.
Right. Actually, that would be another criteria. If they don't know how to FaceTime, I think that would be another way to rule them out.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. If they've ever had more than if they've gone in the 10 item or less aisle and they've had like minimum 15 items, no ventilator.
Right. Right. If they purchase more than one Bill O'Reilly book,
Oh,
what again? You see, I'm very reasonable. If it's just one, that's fine. But if it's like a few Bill O'Reilly books,
yeah. If you've already read one and you're like, this is my thing, I want to buy more of them. That's the problem.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, for sure. It's not that hard. We would just need a whole ethicist, to weigh in. Anyway, so how long have you been back in New York? I know you've been traveling so much.
Yeah, it's been insane. I did Erie, Pennsylvania. I think, oh God, it will be 2 weekends ago, coming up this weekend. And then I did a set at the Cellar. It was an 11:30 p.m. show. It was the last show the Cellar has done before they shut down. The audience was like 15 people, plus the staff. We tried to social distance. And then, yeah, we've been
Right.
locked down since then.
Right,
Were you
right.
in Alaska? Did you have to get back all the way from Alaska?
Antarctica. I was in
Holy
Antarctica.
shit.
Yeah, and first they cut they ended the cruise early, and we were like, fine, we got it. But then no port would let us dock. So
Whoa.
we went to Buenos Aires. They said no, thank you. Then we went to Uruguay, which Harrison, I'm really big there. Like I'm like one name, Corey.
Didn't you win
So
Uruguay's Got Talent?
Absolutely. So like I'm like I was so excited. Uruguay, they all know me. And no, they overnight they got 4 coronavirus cases, and they closed they closed the port because of 4. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And then we were floating around. I had to do my third. Pay attention. My third 45-minute clean show because they desperately needed another show, which now I know I can do 3 45-minute clean shows.
All
Separate,
right.
entirely new. Yeah. And then
By my
and then they made a deal
second 45-minute clean show, the show would be called "Where Are You From?" That would be the entire act.
I started the show by saying, you know how people say you saves the best for last? Yeah, in comedy we don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, my third show is called "What Do You Do?" And then my fourth show is called "What Do You Want to Talk About?"
My third show is we're gonna do stuff that I did at the beginning of my career.
The fax machine material.
Oh yeah, it was so fun. I did jokes about the catalog on the back of the chair on the airline and how much I missed. I was like, you remember the catalog, it's kind of like a Sharper Image catalog. And I'm like, you need to remember it. Otherwise this joke won't work.
It was like when Michael Jackson died and everybody was able to recycle all of their Michael Jackson material from like 1983.
Exactly. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's something recently that came up and I was like, maybe I can recycle. I can't remember. So then in Buenos Aires, they finally let us off and we get to the airport and our flight's delayed 4 hours, but they wouldn't let me shop in duty free because I had an American passport. I said, I am a Jewish woman with 4 hours to kill and a credit card that I haven't used in 2 weeks. Are you sure you want to do this?
That's incredible. They won't let people. Yeah, they'll draw the line at coronavirus, but God forbid they let you purchase booze at a reasonable price.
Well, their motto was they wanted to protect their citizens, and only South Americans could shop in the duty free. It was so bizarre. I'm like, really, Anyway, so.
By the way, somebody just said for the ventilator, if they've ever replied how are you with living the dream, no ventilator.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you. I'm gonna write that down. Living the dream.
If you're a comedian and your credit is being in the audience of a taping, no ventilator.
Okay. Or it is what it is.
Ooh.
That's it. They're done. Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, actually, if somebody says no problem, they're done.
I say that a lot. I don't know if I get a ventilator. I was talking to my friend in Las Vegas, and he was saying that's also a tough place to be right now. But they have all the Cirque du Soleil performers. Everybody's in peak physical condition.
Okay.
We have all these old Jews. I think we need the ventilators more than they do.
Okay, yeah, but that's kind of sad. That's so sad. I don't know. I think also if I said to them, uh, "Can you recite a Drake song?" If they knew the words to Drake, I think I might let them live.
Yeah, I would ask them for their list of the top five, their top five favorite musical artists, and if included Justin Bieber, they're out.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, but if it's there's a couple of Justin Biebers that I would be okay with. I don't know. Listen, I feel like I just crashed your show.
No, it's
Is there
amazing.
anybody
People
else
are
that you
giving
want
all
to?
sorts of ventilator rules.
Oh, let me hear some more.
Chris said, if you've ever been a server who looked at an empty plate and said, hated it, huh? No ventilator.
Absolutely no
I think if you
ventilator.
ever gotten in an elevator and there's more than a couple buttons pressed and you said, oh, I guess we're going on the local, absolutely no breathing equipment.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Somebody said, I look a little feverish. Okay, I'll take that's concerning in this time. And Danny Braff said the fifth show would just be called, you just give up and call it fuck.
Oh, I mean, you mean of the 45-minute clean shows?
Yeah, exactly. The final show is the give up one where you just call it fuck this. Fuck this, I'm going dirty.
I just call it the anal sex show
Yeah.
because that's all the jokes that are left.
That's crazy. Do you get extra money if they make you do extra shows?
No, but you know what? By that point, Harrison, I knew everyone, and
Right.
they were so grateful for the show. I mean, you know, I did jokes like I did Karnak. So like I held the envelope up to my head and I guessed I guessed the punchline for the setup that was in the envelope. This was my best one. You ready? Will you do it with me? Okay. Damascus, Syria, Karachi, Pakistan, Bayonne, New Jersey. Repeat it back.
Oh, I don't know.
No, repeat it back to me.
Oh God. Syria, Pakistan, Curacao, Bayonne, New Jersey.
No, Bayonne, New Jersey. And then I opened the envelope and I said, what are the 3 ports that are willing to let us disembark this cruise ship?
Nice.
Hey, I got to sign off. My dinner's ready.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in. We got to do this more. Love you so much. Mwah.
So
love to your fam.
Yeah, mwah. Miss you so much. Bye.
That was Corey Gahaney, everybody. Please follow her on all her social media. I think it's Corey Cajones. But make sure you Google her, Corey Gahaney, Cory. There's no E in there. Corey Gahaney. Look up her Lettermans and all of her late nights. She's just one of the best comics in the city and the country and the world. I'll go that far to say for sure. George G said, if your family vacation is held at a magic convention, absolutely no ventilator. This is going to be like a Jeff Foxworthy bit. You might be a redneck if you don't get a ventilator if we're all going to hell. If you do a bit called no ventilator, you don't get a ventilator. If you laughed at this bit at all, no ventilator. Let's see if we can get Danny Braff in here. Danny Braff, I'm going to send you a link to my live stream. And if you are able to come on in, let's get you in here. Danny Braff was one of my magic campers, and he is now a fantastic stand-up comedian in his own right. Let's see. I'm going to send him that link. Let's see if we can get him in. And who else? If you would like to be in, by the way, I know this. The fun is that I just call you out and you're a surprise guest. But if you would like to come and enter in, magician, comedian, or normal person who has a real skill that is useful in this post-apocalyptic world, just send me a little comment and I'll send you a little link. This is how I type. We have comment from Rock. Drake makes ring dings and yodels. That's a reference I'm probably too white to understand. That's from YouTube. I actually love this software, by the way. I'm able to see the YouTube and the Facebook comments simultaneously. So some people actually are commenting from my YouTube stream. Some people are commenting from the Facebook stream. We're about 34 minutes in. This is an hour-long episode usually. Thank you so much, by the way, for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Let's make it look fancy. Check this out. Let's take that off. There we go. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Harrison Comedy. This is going out to you live right now, so you can comment. You can join as a special guest. please join as a special guest. You are more than welcome to do so. We have a couple of official live stream shows happening the next 2 days. This Wednesday, we have Who Books That over here. We also have on Thursday, Scam Online, which both shows are going to be really, really fun. One is an interview show in which I talk to my favorite magicians. Basically, everybody's cooped up, and I'm going to use this opportunity to interview the magicians I've always wanted to interview and do it for your viewing pleasure and let you ask the questions as well. So tune in 7 p.m. Wednesday. I'll put all the links to that. And Thursday, I'm booking the magic show I've always wanted to book because Patrick Davis and I are part of the Society of Conjurers and Magicians, a very, very secret organization that you should absolutely not have heard of. Please don't visit this website.com. So definitely check that out. Please don't visit this website.com. And in case you think you're going to visit that website, don't. It's literally please don't visit this website.com. So please don't visit. Oops, that's the wrong website. Please don't visit this website.com. Don't do it. It says it right there. It says don't do it. Don't do it, okay? It says please don't visit this website.com. What's interesting, by the way, is this software actually reverses everything. So when you hold the sign, it's not like a selfie cam. It actually does come up correctly. But I do, when I perform, I always reverse my actions so that the audience sees it correctly. So if I want somebody to go left to right, I actually have to go from right to left. And so it's the same thing. It's like performing. If I make a reverse gesture, it looks normal on the camera. So anyway, that's more than any information that any of you cared about. But let's see if we can get more people into the chat. I also can put your comments on the screen. So if you're more comfortable doing it that way, that is totally fine too. We have George G has been commenting. Chris referencing my magic trick is a baby. I did it for you. There you go. Let's see who else we can get to come into the chat. If you would like to, just let me know, and I will give you a little invite. I'm going to invite somebody right now randomly that is online. They're not even in the stream, but we're going to find out if they're available to talk on this live chat right now. So this is really the surprise guest show where I ambush people with requests to be in this show in real time. Let's see who's willing to come on in and have some fun with me. Let's see. We're going to go to my actual live chat. So these are people that are online. So they have no excuses, none whatsoever. Is this going to scare people off? Potentially. But I think it's going to be fun. We're just going to scroll down randomly. Let's see who we can get to come into this wonderful chat. Hey, dude, I'm doing a live stream. Click this link if you want to be the special surprise guest. I just sent it. We'll see. And we can invite more than one person with this, which is cool. So if you'd like to be part of a group chat as well, I can happily add people in, which is pretty fun. So it's all in alphabetical order. So we have all the B's. And yeah, so absolutely. Let's see if we can get somebody in. All right. I actually will share the link with you right now. This might be a bad plan, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to share the link. This is the link right now. Add banner. So here we go. That is the StreamYard link. I'm going to put it up on the screen briefly. If you would like to chat with me, that's the link. This is a total surprise. I won't even know who's coming in. We're really going crazy here. So if you would like to come chat with me as part of this live stream, there's the link. We're going to hide that. So hopefully all the crazies don't just join immediately and crash my computer. By the way, we were talking about who shouldn't get a ventilator. This is one of the favorite jokes that was submitted. If you've ever been a server who looked at an empty plate and said, hated it, huh? Also, anybody who goes, yeah, I mean, that is the worst one. Or if you're the one who did it, if they go, how was your food? And you go, hated it. And then you point to an empty plate. We got Rock saying, I'm still stuck on the no pants thing. That is true. I am not wearing pants. It has been very liberal. The one advantage to the apocalypse, I guess, is that I've been able to perform without pants. So that's a bonus of sorts. Let's see who we can get into this chat. Oh, here's a funny comedian. I'm going to invite him in. We'll see. Should I have done this in advance? Perhaps. This is all happening live. If you have any comments, questions, anything like that, let me know. There are some things I could talk about and just monologue for a while, but let's see. Hey, dude, would you like to be my surprise guest right now in my live stream? Just click Send it. We'll find out. I have no idea. Is it a bad idea to be emailing these people who don't even know that I'm on the stream? My girlfriend just texted me. A private person that we don't know that for all we know, we're going to get nudity when I live stream them in. The good thing is that you actually appear as somebody in the green room first, so I can make sure that you're fully clothed before I chat with you. So that's pretty good. Tracy Eden saying, okay, Tracy, you're coming into this chat room for sure. Tracy, I'm going to send you the link right now. I'll send it to you via text. But you can come chat with me and let's talk. I haven't spoken. Tracy is one of my favorite people in the universe. She is married to my best friend since kindergarten. She's like a sister to me, and I just sent her the link. So if you get that link, Tracy, just click on it and you can come live chat in front of all the people. She's saying, how do you escape the coronavirus? She's on my escape room team. I don't think you do, but look over there is a home escape room. There's a little plug. If you're bored and you can get deliveries, in New York, it's getting harder and harder to get things quickly. But if you can get it, those are really fun. That's an escape room in the box. Leah Hinken saying, people who do the duck facing photos, no ventilator. We are talking about who should and shouldn't get the ventilator. And obviously, if you think this bit is good, you shouldn't get a ventilator. But we'd love for you to keep submitting those comments. They're all really funny. Tracy, already shaking your head. You can't see it, but we're going to bring her in right now. Yes. How you doing, Tracy?
Hi, everyone. I'm good. I'm home.
You are now on my live stream.
Yay! I'm in a while.
You did it. It's very exciting.
So yeah, stuck at home.
Nice. Is Andrew home or is it just you right now?
What?
Is it just you?
Yeah. Andrew's at work.
And what about the dogs?
Oh, I got one right here.
Hello.
And, I don't know where Molly is, but she's bye. She's somewhere, probably napping, like I should be doing.
How have you been? For those who are not watching, who don't know Tracy, one of my favorite people, she is a bartender. So how is it affected?
I guess
the bartending?
I'm not. I'm home because all bars are closed. The bar that I work at, American Whiskey, the Midtown location, we've never done like delivery or pickup. So that wasn't something that was worth implementing into right now and trying to figure out how to get it onto Grubhub and all these fun things. But our downtown location in Tribeca, they've stayed open for cocktails to go and food. So that's been good. We've been doing like full to go like bottles so that you have like 10 cocktails in one drink, like in one bottle.
That's amazing.
So like you're prepared, or you can get completely wasted.
I love that.
Or as Linda Mellon likes to say, #blitzed off the 2 sips of wine. But just got off FaceTime with my parents, which they're stuck in Florida.
Oh boy, that's better than here, I think.
I told them, I was like, do not take your flight back. Just please, like, stay there. Stay with grandma, who's almost 95.
Yeah,
like,
stay away from spring breakers.
What?
Stay away from all the spring breakers.
Yeah, please. Oh, God. Which they're blaming on our generation, which is BS. It's Generation Z. Goodbye.
Well, we're millennials. They are Generation Z.
We're the ones freaking out.
Yeah, we're the ones. Somebody just posted a timeline of our millennial lives.
Yeah.
So obviously this doesn't apply to my girlfriend at all. And
hey,
she's
I
26.
love you.
What? Either this quarantine is going to bring us closer together, or this is the live stream where she breaks up with me. But no, I love you. I'm like, wow, she's watching. No, but the timeline for millennials is like watching problematic cartoons from 0 to 10, and then watching 3,000 people die in New York at 9/11. Watching there be a great recession as soon as we graduate from college, and now that we have jobs, having all of our jobs canceled. So at every step of the way, our childhoods were ruined by terrorism. We went to college during a recession, and now we're adults during a viral outbreak.
We just have the best life, right?
Yeah, I mean, better than my grandmother's who was in the Holocaust, but other than that,
touche. Totally. Oh my God. But yeah, I've been stuck at home, been making videos for Empress, which that's been a kind of fun, cool thing that I can like put my video editing skills and my somewhat acting skills, because not that I have a script, but like, you know, you have like knowing what you have to talk about and doing that. And
by the way, I don't know if you can see the comments as I click on them, but that's Emily saying I'm a millennial too. And then 1993. She makes it. She barely makes the cutoff, but that is true.
You're just right there.
So close.
So close. But yeah, how are we going to escape coronavirus? We've escaped many rooms successfully. How do we escape coronavirus?
Do you want to do a, by the way, do you know about the webcam escape rooms?
I'm sorry, what?
So like the way that we're all like, I don't know if you've been on Zoom yet. This is StreamYard, but on Zoom, you have like multiple people. They all zoom in, and then there's a person who has an escape room in their house. What?
That's on the interwebs? Yes.
It's on the internet, yeah. So there's an escape room in their house, and then you tell them what to do. So you can be like, hold that up, and then you say, try this combination, and then they try it, and it doesn't work. So you're basically using the game master as your person in the room.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. So you can like turn that over. Oh, what's underneath the thing? And so he has to like lift things up.
Please let me know when that is happening, because I just burped. Let's go.
All right. That'll be fun.
I'm in, of course.
Fantastic.
Like, I feel like even before all of this started, I was like getting that itch. Like, we need to find a room. I don't care where it is. We'll get on a plane. We'll get on a train. I'll get on a bus. Let's freaking go. And then all of this happened where we're like, now we're stuck in a room and we can't escape it.
Yeah, exactly. We have our own. Yeah, it's an inescapable room.
Yeah. So this is our worst nightmare.
Also, if after this is all over, if there's a coronavirus themed escape room, is that a plus or a minus for you?
I feel like it would. I'd be personally like attacked.
You'd be triggered. Hashtag triggered.
I'd be hashtag triggered. I'd be scared that I would catch it. I'd be scared then, like, what happens if an old person pops up and I'm like, shit, they're gonna die right now. Like, I don't know what.
I mean, how many escape rooms have we done where the theme is there's a virus and we need to cure it?
Actually, I want to say we've done at least 10 of them.
Yeah.
Some lab that you have to figure out the remedy for the literally dealing with right now. So fun. How do we take all these puzzles and fix this so that I can get my job back?
Yeah, I don't understand. I've managed, at least 10 times with you and the rest of the team to in under an hour find a cure. So I'm not sure why it's taking weeks. Oh no, we lost Tracy. We've lost Tracy. If you want to come back in, just click that link again. We have lost Tracy, but we do have Tracy. By the way, support American Whiskey. That is her bar. They have takeout now, basically, of booze. So that sounds awesome. I would love to get some of that. And in the chat right now, we're going to loop him in. Is another comedian that I love. He's a great YouTube series. Hopefully he will tell you about it, which he shits on your city. And I am always behind that because I did a travel series as well. And that's always fun. So let's bring in Danny Vega.
Harrison.
Hey,
it's great to be on the program. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I feel like this is like a very low budget Tonight Show, like the most low budget.
Hey man, look, it's an honor to be here. The host is just as good as the Tonight Show host, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know if that is a compliment for me or a slight against Fallon.
Slight against Fallon.
Okay.
But you know I'm a big fan of you, you know.
Your mic, I like your professional setup. I can see the microphone. It's very nice.
Yeah, I've got this here. I've been trying to do this for my company actually, so I'm going to steal your little whatever this is called, the StreamYard here. I like this. Good work.
Oh yeah,
I'm wearing a jacket. Thank you.
No, it's great. It lets me do split screen and stuff, and feel a little bit more professional about it. I can even do that. We could zoom in.
You'll love to see it. That's
very
great.
Exciting. You can get bigger or smaller.
Now, I'm very curious about you. I know you. I don't know you too well. Are you a neurotic type? Is this triggering for you, the corona?
You know what? I'm not so bad. Like if something falls on the floor, I do the 5-second rule. I'll eat it off the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, not anymore. Now I'm being a little bit better. I think everybody's going to wash their hands slightly longer for the rest of their lives. I don't think that's going to stop.
Oh, forever. Just till it's raw, till it's
the thumbs. It's the thumbs.
Oh, is it the thumb? I've been
That's
doing
what everybody
here.
misses is the thumb.
I rub my hands together because I'm like, oh, it'll get hotter. It makes no sense.
You think you're going to kill Corona with friction?
Yeah.
Is that the missing ingredient? Is the friction?
Yeah, you got to smush it out. You know, it hates to be smushed.
Nice. Where are you locked up? Are you in Brooklyn?
I'm in the Upper East Side.
Oh, right by me. Where are you? Well, don't say your address.
89th and 3rd.
I'm on 56th.
No joke.
Yeah.
Now, this has been very triggering for me. I was early. I was freaking out in late February. I got sent home from work. They're like, hey, look, we're probably all going to be mandatory work from home soon, but you're clearly freaking out. So why don't you go work from home? That was March 3rd. And I haven't left
ahead of the curve.
Way ahead of the curve. I haven't left this apartment since March 8th.
Really? Wait, what is today? I don't even know the days anymore.
Today is
24th.
March 24th.
So you're on 12 days?
No, that would be 16 days. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I got you. Sorry. In my head, I had it. Never mind. That's
magician, comedian.
I swear I went to college.
Not mathematician.
Yeah. People would always, if I screw up math, they'd be like, all right, Harvard. And I'm like, that's MIT. Like, we're not math people. Like, the real good math people go down the street.
Oh, you're a Harvard guy.
I am.
You just drop it, though. That's good. I like it. You just own it. I didn't know that. Were you undergrad?
Let's see. Oh, God. Is this the most obnoxious way to do the rest of the
You're a monster, dude. You fucking suck, bro. I love you, but you suck.
I'm just gonna answer the rest of your question. It's just a little.
That's hilarious. Man,
I just being real cash. You know, this is how I usually hang out when I'm just in my apartment. Just being real cash about it.
Now, were you in the famous sort of Harvard comedy circles?
No, I was not.
No. Oh, that's so
I should have. It would have been helpful to be in the Lampoon. The Harvard Lampoon. Like, produced everything. Although I am working with the National Lampoon now, so that it has come full circle. But I started a group called the Harvard College Stand-Up Comic Society. So it was Harvard College Sucks was the acronym.
Hilarious.
And our slogan was like the Lampoon, but funny and inclusive. That was our original, because we were like, anybody who wants to be a member can be a member, and we're doing stand-up, we're doing stuff for live audiences. So it was definitely like sort of counter programming to what the Lampoon was doing, because they were like in a castle. They're literally in a castle. Have you ever seen their like?
I haven't.
Not live.
I think I can drop with a little more grace than you. My girlfriend went to the old Harvard Law, so I spent a lot of time on the Harvard campus, hitting on younger women, things of that nature.
That's awesome. Yeah, that castle. It's like very weird because comedy is so anti-castles in a way.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Like we're the whole opposite. Comedy's supposed to be like talking to people and interacting, and they're in a bricked up castle that nobody has permission to enter.
Oh, I thought you were going more with political. Castles are homes of politics, of power. Comedy's supposed to be up.
Right. No, 100%. Although, God, if they invited me to come see the castle, I would say yes.
Oh my God, it's a great.
I want to see the inside of that goddamn castle.
It's like kind of like flat irony, where you're like, how the fuck does it feel to be in that thing? It's like kind of weird.
I know of one item that exists because of a story. I know they have samurai armor.
That's awesome.
And the reason I know that is, do you know Dan Mintz, the comedian?
I do know Dan Mintz.
So Dan was also super nice. When I was still in college, I went out to LA and I emailed him, which I didn't realize how ridiculous it was at the time. But now I realize if some college kid was like, hi, high-level comedian, can I be on your show? And he was like, yeah, you can do like a little guest set. And he was so nice. It was like the highlight of my trip to LA. But Dan, when he was still in college, he was in the Lampoon, and he would go to the Comedy Studio, which was nearby. And he has like a very like deadpan one-liner act, and he just did it in the samurai armor and never brought attention to it. That was one, I think. I think he had the samurai armor one, and then he was a clown one. He was just dressed up like a straight clown. And he would do my favorite joke is, how do you stop an abortion? What if somebody runs in and says, abort, abort? Like a clown saying it, or a samurai.
That's great.
Yeah, that's my terrible Dan Mintz impression.
No, it was there. You definitely caught something there. Speaking of old comedians, oh God, his name is escaping me. It's not Harrison, who the heroin. He died from heroin. His name is like He used to open Harrison Whittles. It's not Harrison Whittles.
Harris Whittles. Harris
Whittles. Harris
Yes.
Whittles.
He died of an overdose, didn't he?
He died of an overdose. So I have a Harris Whittles story on the same note as yours.
Yeah.
I went to see Sarah Silverman. I still love Sarah Silverman to this day in Vegas. The tickets were $70.
Wow.
Pricey.
That's a lot.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Was it a theater?
It was a theater.
Okay.
It was a theater. But here's the kicker is that it was a high price. And Harris Whittles was the opener. I loved it. I was blown away. Sarah showed 2 clips from her show and then did the snuggest 45 minutes, like exactly 45 minutes, and used jokes that were in the clips of her show. So she was repetitive. So it just came off as like, fuck you, Vegas. Like, I don't need you. I don't need, like, fuck you. I did this for money. Anyway, I was mad at her for that. I'm still a huge fan. But I go home, I go on the MySpace and I message Harris Whittles and I go, oh my God, your pot joke was the funniest thing I ever heard. I want to tell my friends. This was on MySpace. And he goes, oh, I don't really post videos online. And then he died he died later. So tragically. And I just thought, oh my God, I had a real interaction with this person, which I totally relate with now. Cause as a comedian, we're like, fuck the new TikTok. Fuck it. I don't want to do it, Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, MySpace was the first thing that kicked off when I remember MySpace coming out, and Dane Cook was the MySpace comedian.
Yes.
He built his whole empire on MySpace.
Yes.
And then Rob Delaney was one of the first Twitter people. And there's always like at least one that breaks through.
That's true. Twitter really, Rob Delaney was the one stand-up to come from it. And then he was most famous for that set where he bombed. I don't think I've ever heard anything about a stand-up since.
Yes, on a late night show. And I think you can't even find clips of it anymore.
I watched it
from the internet.
Yeah, it's great.
And Rob, by the way, is one of the nicest. So the 2 big Twitter people, Rob Delaney and Megan Amram. Megan, who writes for The Good Place, The Simpsons, she's like insane.
Incredible.
She took over for Harvard College Stand-Up Comedy Society when I graduated. Her and Alexandra Petrai. Rob, so I came up. So I figured I'm going to just take advantage of the Harvard name, and I'm going to tell people they're getting awards from Harvard. And the Harvard College Stand-Up Comic Society is going to give awards to people. And so I'm going to get my favorite comedians to come talk to me and the rest of the group because they're getting an award from Harvard. And Rob Delaney was one of the people that we gave an award to.
That is absolutely brilliant. That is a networking move I would never think of, because you give someone an award, they have to talk to you.
Yeah. Mike Birbiglia was on tour in Boston. I was like, I fucking love Mike Birbiglia. We gave him like we gave lifetime achievement to the guy who runs the Comedy Studio because he 100% deserved it. And everybody we gave it to were like good comics. But we gave Mike some like Harvard Comedy Comedian of the Year award. And he was so nice. And like, he changed my life. He spoke to us like 45 minutes. And the advice he gave me literally like changed the trajectory of my career.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And then I messaged him. I found him back on MySpace and then sent him a message being like, just so you know, you changed my life. And like, we had like a really nice moment where he like remembered. It ended up being really nice.
That's beautiful. I got a question for you.
By the way. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no question. Go for the question.
I got a question for you. So you do comedy and you're very successful as a comedian. You're much more successful than me. You play the seller. You are an established comic. No, you're a very established comic. No. And I'm not buttering you up. It's true. I think it's great. But I'm very curious, how does your day actually split with the magic stuff? What do you view? Like, are you equally on magic? Like, fuck yeah, Matt. Or what is your deal with that?
It shifts. It's like one of those things that it constantly like goes back. If I'm doing a lot of magic, I'm like, I can't wait to just get back in the comedy clubs and just do comedy. If I'm doing a lot of stand-up, I'm like, oh, all I want to do is hang out with magicians. So whatever I'm doing, I want to do the other thing. So essentially, I've created a system where I'm never happy.
That's hilarious. But wait, I've never heard this before. You want to hang out with, what are magicians like?
They're very fun, but they're magicians. So they're what you think. I mean, magicians are weird. Comedians are dark and they're broken. And magicians are weirder, but they're more functional sometimes in terms of like the business side of what they do. Magicians, I think, get paid more than comedians. But being a magician is you have to make a choice that you're going to like buy weird shit, build weird shit. You go to magic conventions, but they are really, really nice. I always say if I ever got stuck in a city and like I didn't know what to do, I could call a magician and be like, hey, I'm a magician. And he would like give me a couch to sleep on. I think a comedian would say, I'm already on that couch. I can't afford a place. I wish I could help you.
So is there an open mic for a magician, or what's the equivalent of an open mic?
There is none. And that's one of the problems. So I give a lecture called You Are All Terrible, in which that's the first slide is You Are All Terrible. And I tell magicians like how comedians actually understand how to make art. which is you create art. You actually write your own jokes. You test your own jokes. Magicians can buy their own material at a magic store. There's no like stand-up comedy store. So I literally travel all over the world telling magicians that they need to stop it.
That's so interesting. So there are magicians whose entire acts are just products, essentially, that they bought.
Some, yeah, and it's a problem. And sometimes somebody like a comedian will be like, oh, I just saw so-and-so do a magic set somewhere. And that thing he came up with is really funny. And I'm like, that's not his trick. Like, he bought that trick. And so it's hard. And I develop my own stuff. Like, I develop the magic tricks, like my stand-up, and they get stolen. With that, it's a much bigger problem, I think, in the magic community than the comedy community.
Or is it a problem because you have those values, and then the rest of magicians are kind of like, well, they're tricks, you know, trick's a trick. It's not.
Some do, and there's also so the example that I always give is like Jim Gaffigan does the Hot Pockets joke. So like it'd be very weird for me, you or I, to write a Hot Pockets joke because he kind of like cornered the market on it. So you could write an original Hot Pockets joke that would not be problematic ethically because it would be very different than Jim's, but it would be kind of weird because he's the Hot Pocket guy. But magicians, if somebody is the Hot Pocket guy, everybody's doing some variation of Hot Pockets that maybe, even if it's not the exact same bit, it's close or it's related, and nobody seems to have a problem with that. And so my whole thing is there's a whole world of magic that people could be developing, and not that many people are doing it.
Now, so based on all this, there must be trends. There's trendy tricks. Because I feel like I recently needed a Shutterstock image of a woman being sawed in half, and there was nothing. And I was like, is this an old thing? This is almost like a tropey thing, the woman being sawed.
Also, the whole concept of that trick is bizarre, right? Like, you're a serial killer. Why is this man murdering a woman in front of everybody? Which, by the way, is not a trick, right? Like, anybody can murder a woman.
Anyone.
The only part, and then people will clap like that part was impressive, but it's not, because anybody can saw a lady in half. The only part of the trick that's a trick is putting her back together after that. But why saw her in half just to put her back together? This all seems sociopathic.
It's crazy. So what's trending right now?
In magic, there's a big thing where people are trying to sell tricks for Instagram, tricks that don't look good live, except when you're doing it through your camera. You know, they're quick tricks that require setup.
I hate that.
On Twitter and Instagram. There's a lot of people are like, ooh, if you buy this, you know, this Sharpie turns red and it looks cool. But like, if you're standing there, anybody can see you. But if you're dead on, there's also a lot of magicians. If you watch here's my favorite tell that somebody's full of shit as a magician on Instagram or Twitter. If the audience is standing like behind them, most of magic is front facing. So if you want to see the magic trick, you have to stand in front of me looking at me. If the audience is facing this way, so you can see their faces on camera with the magician, they can't see the trick. So all the reactions are almost always fake.
Oh my God, that is so
grimy. All the time.
Ugh.
We were doing a bit. I had Corey Kahaney on earlier, who had to get back here from Antarctica, by the way.
What? She was in Antarctica?
Yeah, she was on a cruise that ended early from Antarctica.
Oh my God.
And had to get all the way here. But she came up with a very funny game, which is if you had to decide who doesn't get the ventilators, what would be who doesn't get a ventilator? Somebody actually said if you show your Harvard degree on your live video feed, no ventilator for you.
I think that's very fair. I agree with.
That is very fair.
I guess I would say let's take out the man-spreaders. You know, we've had enough of their shit. Let's just lose them.
Yes. Have you ever fought a man-spreader? Like, I kind of put my knee against their knee and hope that it makes them uncomfortable enough to de-spread.
That's the farthest I've gone, and they don't relent. You can go right up to the 59th parallel or whatever. They're just like, all right, it's still where it is, bro. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I think at a certain point, I'm just in a relationship with them. We're just playing like games with each other's knees.
I'd like to see the end of the spitters. And honestly, I think who I'm most mad at right now is my coworkers who kept working even though they were sick. I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
And people did this before coronavirus, and it was still wrong then. You know, going to work like, good to see you, Bob. It's like, dude, why are you here?
Did you see what the seller did with their microphones for this is wild. This is unbelievable. So once Corona was getting rough and people were starting to shut things down, they put a bucket of microphones that say new microphones, and there was another bucket that said used microphones, and every comic would get a disinfected microphone. They would get a little like a hairnet, but for your microphone, like a little microphone condom. You would take the microphone, the host would pass you the cord like on his arm. You would take it off, plug in, do your set, unplug, pass the cord.
Crazy.
Yeah, because I once performed after a female comic who I won't mention her name, but she wears a lot of lipstick. And after performing, I had a little lipstick on me because it went from lipstick to microphone to my lips.
I mean, people have told me before I'm too close. I like to basically put it on my
You have to. You're the bottom of your lip kind of has to touch it. Otherwise, it's not close enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it that way. Well, some people do this, some people will put it here.
Whoa. I hold it weird. I hold it very delicate sometimes.
Oh, you just kind of, hello.
I think that's my magician thing, is me trying to like do the most, the sort of most delicate hand move.
And then, but your magic isn't funny, or it is. No, I'm asking.
Oh, I was like, wow, that is very. No, basically what I do is imagine my stand-up act. Imagine like I'm headlining doing stand-up, but some of the tricks literally like lead themselves into a magic trick. And the rule I have for myself is that the rate of laughter can't dip while I'm doing magic. It's got to be the same speed as stand-up. So it's a lot of jokes. It's just joke.
And are you cool with all the popular magicians, the Copperfields, the Blaines?
Yeah, Copperfield's cool. He's doing like an outrageous show in Vegas with aliens, and he spent millions of dollars. And he doesn't need to perform ever again. He has more than enough money. But he's constantly coming up with crazy shit. I just saw a show in Vegas, and it was insane. He made a dinosaur appear just because he could.
And what about Blaine? Street magic, a little bit more freestyle.
Blaine initiated that whole thing of close-up magic. When I was a kid, everybody wanted to be Copperfield, so you tried to build a big stage show. And now all the kids that I see enter magic want to be Blaine, so they're all doing card tricks. The magic has gotten a lot smaller.
That's crazy.
We have somebody said, is that Joan Rivers in the background? That is Joan Rivers in the background. Joan is over. I actually had Bill Cosby on this wall, and I had to take him down.
Oh man, what a shame. Well, you got George Carlin right there in the corner. Right?
Oh yeah, George is up there. There's Richard Pryor.
Weird Al.
Yeah.
What Weird Al is that? I used to have all those.
That one is Dare to Be Stupid.
Like that one.
I think that's one of his few LPs. It's harder. Like his later stuff didn't come out. I think it only came out on CD or cassette and then CD.
Oh, because that's vinyl.
Yeah, I wanted to just frame it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now you introduced me as a YouTube guy, and by the way, kick me out whenever. I don't know what you're.
Oh yeah, well, you know what? Before we do that, let me show up your socials though. What socials do you want the people to find out about?
Oh well, I was going to plug my podcast, and I'd love to have you as a guest sometime.
Anytime. I got lots of time.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool pod. I don't know if you're an ethical guy, if you're into ethics, but you're obviously into assholes because you kind of asked me a question we could use on my pod. It's called "Am I the Asshole?" It's based on
I constantly wonder that.
Yeah, it's based on the subreddit by the same name, but we have our own website. It's aitapod.com. You can submit situations where you're not sure, where you're not sure. So you might say like, am I the asshole for being a magician comedian? And then you would give us a situation.
Did I get it correct?
Yes, it's beautiful. Look at that.
Professional.
Yeah, we'll have you on the show. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, follow Danny on his podcast. Dude, thank you so much for coming in. You're hilarious as ever.
Thanks, man. You too. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Stay safe.
You too. Bye-bye.
That was Danny Vega, everybody. Follow his podcast. I'll put that up one more time. There you go, right there. aitapod.com. He's still in the green room too, which is fun because this technology is fun. We got this website. Please don't visit this website. You should visit this one for sure, but do not visit this one. Definitely, please don't visit this website. You shouldn't. It's for a secret society that you are probably not a part of, so you shouldn't click on it. I know you're probably curious to click on it. Me saying don't click on it makes you want to click on it, like very badly, but you shouldn't click on it. Don't click on this one. Click on this one for sure. Absolutely that one, but definitely not this one. But do tune in Wednesday, tomorrow at 7 p.m. for Who Books That with Harrison Greenbaum. Did a Google search to see if anybody had a podcast called Who Books That, and I was pleasantly surprised to find out that nobody had it. So I'm so excited to be able to call it Who Books That with Harrison Greenbaum. And we also have a show on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Scam Online. You just got to go to magicscam.com. Or please don't visit this website, but don't click on it. I know you're going to click on it, but you shouldn't. I just told you not to. Thank you so much for tuning in. Reggie's saying, I'm so clicking it, which is exactly what I said not to do. Braden saying my top 5 comics. They're basically on the wall. Joan Rivers, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Lenny Bruce, and oh gosh, who would be my 5th? a toss up between so many people. Oh God. Amazing Jonathan, maybe, or Matt King, or maybe I throw in a comedy magician, because they're also great, and they don't get recognized as much in the sort of pantheon. But I'm interviewing Matt King tomorrow at 7 p.m. Huh? How's that for a plug? How's that for something pretty? Look at that. Yeah, pretty banners happening the whole time. So we got Who Books That? Let me get rid of that. There we go. Who Books That? 7 p.m. Thursday, 8 p.m. Scam Online. You can check out that. There will be an additional thing happening over here on Friday. You can't see it yet because it's secret, but on Friday at 9 p.m. is something secret and something awesome that will be announced, I think, tonight. It hasn't been announced yet, but it will be soon. So please check that out. One more time, thank you so much, Benny, who's been in the room, Matthew Thomas, Rock. A big hand to all of my guests, Tracy Eden, who escaped this conversation when the phone call dropped. But I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Danny, thank you for being hilarious as always. And Corey Kahaney, always great to see you. This is always so fun. I love having these surprise guests. I think this is a pretty fun format. And if you do like the format, please comment. Click in. We're going to do this every day. It's going to broadcast through Facebook and YouTube. You can follow me on YouTube. You can follow all my social stuff. I'll put that banner up right now so you can follow me on the socials. There we go. At Harrison Comedy. That's on Twitter and Instagram. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/Harrison Greenbaum. You might be watching that on it right now. Thank you so much for everybody. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for coming in. Justin Connor says, how can we check it out if we don't know where it will be announced? You just have to follow me on these socials right over here. You just got to follow me on at Harrison Comedy, and I will be announcing them. It's Friday at 9 p.m. though, Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to just mark that out, I'll tell you this. Here we go, because you're watching live. It's a comedy show with a major some names you're going to recognize, and it's going to be super fun. If you like this, if you like Scam, if you like any of the things that I've been putting together, you will love this. So absolutely check that out. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Tracy Eden, let's put you in there. I love you too. Mwah. Thank you so much to my girlfriend Emily, who puts up with me screaming into my webcam every day. She's over there in that room, I swear. Somebody made a comment about that. Let's see. We have people. Oh, there we go. Tracy's Bar location accepting donations for the staff that can't work. So definitely donate to Tracy as well. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you here tomorrow. Mwah. Take care, everybody.